Tell me a scary story. But tell me a scary story. But not too scary. Carl Reiner.
Carl Reiner, who's the man
Before we begin, I hope you like this story. But if it gets too scary for you, let's say stop reading. Now stop. Because I love you very much. You know, when I was a boy, I lived in this neighborhood. A tall man moved into the house next door. I introduced myself, and he smiled and said his name was John Niewaller. I like people's smiles, but I didn't like Mr. Niewaller's smile. It was a crooked, mysterious smile. This isn't too scary for you. I didn't think so. I'll go on. I stood behind a tree and watched him carry a large box into his house. Something shiny fell out and rolled across the street. It stopped at my feet. I picked it up, shoved it in my pocket, and ran home. I couldn't wait to see what it was.
Wow.
It was a marble. A strange marble. I stared at it, and it stared back at me. I was a little scared. Well, not a little scared. I was very scared. I knew I would never fall asleep until I returned it. So that midnight, I got out of bed, dressed, and went over to Mr. Niewaller's house.
I'm sorry, am I taping you? You don't like it?
You
Here.
skipped a page. Up here.
The house was dark.
The house was dark.
I said the house was dark except for the smell I come from the basement. I said that.
Oh, you
Okay.
did?
I didn't hear you.
She didn't hear you. Say it again, because what did he see in the window?
I saw a cloth, a string. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Okay.
I knelt down, looked in. I saw something covered like a cloth. It looked like something really creepy, so I shut my eyes.
Ooh.
This isn't getting too scary for you. I'll go on. What is this called?
Should I keep
That's
going?
what you said.
Okay. If you say so.
Leaning closer. But before I knew it, the window flew off the ginger nut and I fell inside. Slowly, I opened my eyes, and there, on the chair, was that creepy thing covered with a cloth. I wanted to get out of there. I heard a voice behind me. What are you doing here? I turned and saw a smiling John Niewaller. I was looking in to see if you were home, I startled. I'm your neighbor. We met earlier. Yes, officially. So why are you here now? Don't you know never to go in a stranger's house alone? I know. My mom and dad told me that. I came to return this. Handing him the marble. I looked at the staring marble, and it stared at me. It's a very interesting marble. Indeed, he said, smiling the crooked smile. I have many interesting things. Would you like to see them? I asked. What did that say?
Is it getting too scary for you? Should I keep going?
Is it getting too scary for you? Should I keep going?
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, if you say so. Be very careful, Mr. Niewaller said, smile, not smile. The stairs are steep. I wouldn't want you to tumble down. He gave me a look and shivers on my spine. Suddenly, he led me to his work table. And all at his work table were hundreds of staring marbles, all staring directly at me. I thought I was being watched by hundreds of cold, dead eyes. Do they look familiar? He asked. He grabbed two of the marbles and then picked up something weird from under the black cloth and ran up the stairs. Don't move, he shouted. There's someone I want you to meet. Hoo-ha-ha, he laughed loudly and slammed the door shut. I was trapped. Suddenly, the light went out. I hear the door creak, and strange, scary noises came out of the dark. Something with red beams and lights shooting from his eyes was coming down the basement stairs.
Oh, man.
It came closer and closer. The hair on the back of my neck was sticking straight out, and I finally saw it. And it was alive! I couldn't describe the awful monster, except to say it looked like exactly the light on the picture on the next page. So we turn the page. Isn't too scary? Okay, if that's what you want. Are you
Oh,
scared?
that's ugly.
The creature asked. Yes, and I said, and I ran to the stairs. Don't you have a question for me? He said, moving towards me. Yes, I said. What have you done to Mr. Kneeballer? I ate him, the creature laughed. He is inside of me. Would you like to see him? No, I ran up the stairs as fast as I could. The door is locked. I threw myself against it, but it didn't budge. Stay! I couldn't breathe. Is this getting too scary for you? I'll keep going. The monster came closer and closer. Get me out of here, he shouted. No, I shouted like pounding on the door. I'm getting me out of here. No, the monster yelled behind his neck. You must help me. What? This monster sounds strangely familiar now.
Unstick.
Unstick this darn zipper. So I give a friendly pull on the zipper. As the head split open was Mr. Kneewaller, safe and sound. It was just a costume. I scared you, didn't I? Yeah, I feel silly. Would you like to see my favorite workshop? Isn't this it? I asked. No, he said. Come on. Be very careful, he said, smiling with a crooked smile. And I took my first step. He hit my shoulder and yelled, hey! I squeezed the one tumbling down, down, down. I landed hard on my bottom. Mr. Neal came running at me. Don't come one step closer, I yelled, raising my fist. You pushed me. I tapped you to explain, to tell you other shoelace was untied.
Oh.
My goodness.
Tripped on my shoelace.
Mm.
Mr. Neal laughed and said, this monster will give you nightmares forever. If you're too scared to look at this terrific monster, don't turn the page. If you're not too scared, turn the page.
Turn the page, okay.
Boo! I scared Mr.
Oh.
Boo! I scared Mr. Neal. We both laughed. He let me keep the costume on and walked me back home so I could frame my mom and dad. Boy, were they scared. Have you wondering Mr. Neal's real name? I did too. So I asked him. Mr. Neal smiled and said, ha ha ha, I thought a strange person like you would figure it out. A Kneewaller had spelled Halloween backwards. Mr. Halloween, I said, laughing. I guess I'm not that smart, but you are.
Wow.
Yay! Good job. Happy
What a-
Halloween.
Great job.
Happy Halloween.